For hundreds of years, small towns, villages, and cities all over Europe and Russia thrived with Jewish life. Towns like Vilkaviskas, Lithuania, had 6 synagogues, 2 Jewish libraries, Jewish elementary schools and high schools, and 75% of businesses were owned by Jews. Grodno, Poland, had Jewish families dating back to the 14th century. The Jewish heritage was strong and the future looked bright. But then the war started.
We left in 1939. In 46, everything was gone. There was nothing to come back to. We knew you can't go home again. My late husband, his community, the same way, Shedłowiec, completely destroyed, and that was a real shtetl. Everything Jewish destroyed there. This was a thriving Jewish life of 1,000 years in Poland. That is a vanished world.
All the synagogues, all the schools, the libraries, anything that had to do with the Jewish community was no longer there.
It was the length the Nazis went to obliterate Jewish life. It's just beyond belief.
Families were dispersed, towns were turned to rubble, and over 20,000 Jewish communities were completely destroyed and forgotten. At Holocaust Museum Houston, the Destroyed Communities Memorial honors our local survivors and keeps the memory of these communities alive forever.
We have over 300 oral histories of our survivors, and we had a list of the hometowns from the oral histories. And then once we did that, we had to verify that each one was in fact a destroyed community.
The names were correct, the spelling was correct, and it was a very, very time-consuming process. If you look at the slope, the names are very clear down below, and you keep looking up, and they kind of fade away into the clear skies above, into the heavens, and it's very powerful when you see the names, and I think it's sending a strong message to our visitors that we can't let this happen again.
When I come to the museum in the morning and there are 2 or 3 people standing out there, or a group, I will go up to them and I will make them find my city. I'm so proud of having Sverdlovsk on that wall.
It's permanent. It's not going to be taken away again. And I think that's what we want to show, that even though the communities were destroyed, that we're not going to forget them, and it's written in stone.
At Jewish cemeteries, it's customary to leave a stone on the monument just to show that you were there, that you remember. And people are coming by, putting stones on the names of these communities just to say, we remember.
When you think of 6 million Jews, they came from somewhere. They went to bed somewhere. They were born somewhere. They got married somewhere. And these communities are destroyed. And every one of these communities has its own special story.
I think it's going to be very special when children and adults can come in to our museum and maybe see a name on a stone out there, and then come into our museum and learn about that community and learn the way it was before the Holocaust. These once vibrant, full of life Jewish communities are no longer there, but we are continuing to keep them alive just with this memorial.
The Jewish communities represented on this memorial may be lost forever, but here at Holocaust Museum Houston, we will forever work to preserve the legacy of these communities. What once was lost will never be forgotten.